Hi and welcome back. We're continuing this week to look at the build of the Peckett GAMECOCK loco from the small run batch kit. Apologies for the messy workbench. If you remember back to last week, I managed to lose a part, which required me to buy some nickel silver rod that I could use as a replacement. And I've been waiting all week for it to turn up, and I thought I'm going to have to film a video of something else. So I started by, if you remember, I'd started looking at the body, so I've quickly tacked the inner cab. It has overlays on the outside that get attached once it's on. So I've attached that to the footplate, and that's soldered, just tacked in place. But while I was doing this, there was a knock on the door, and what should turn up but some 4.5mm nickel silver rod from Cambrian Models. The owner, who I think, looking at the invoice, is Graham, had written a handwritten apology on the bottom of the invoice. Apparently he'd been at a model show, and hence orders had been a bit delayed getting them out. So given it arrived while I was in the middle of soldering, I thought I'd actually have a go at doing what I was planning to do last week, which was the crossheads and piston rods. So I soldered everything together, and I've cut the etch in half. So this is what the cut in half looks like with the metal wire soldered in place. Now I'm not sure whether I quite got this right or not, because if you turn it over, you can see I didn't get I only used 2 cocktail sticks to align them up. I thought I got the third hole visible, but I hadn't. Now I've got them the right way up, and as far as I can tell, rotating the part round doesn't actually matter. I only noticed once I'd laminated them together and cut it in half. So there's nothing I can do now, really. Undoing these and trying to align them again would be an absolute nightmare. But I think because they're the right way up, everything's okay. So you can see on the back, there's the gap where the other rod goes into. The pin is soldered in, and there are just about gaps left on either side where they'll run on the slide bars. The other one I've actually cut off the etch. Now I just need to be able to hold this so you can see it without me dropping it and losing it. So here's one that's been cut off. You can see where the rod will go on this side, and this one had a bit more solder, and I tried so hard not to get solder everywhere. But what I've done is I've taken the jeweler's piercing saw and run it up and down the slot. And once I've done that, you can see if I take a piece of etch surround, it's a bit tricky to see, but it will, as I said, I can't really do it on the camera that's so close and everything, but it will slide in the gap. And I can always open that gap up even further and even deeper if necessary with the piercing saw. So that's one done. As I say, if I can get the camera to focus, that's one of them done. As I say, I need to cut the other one off the edge and clean it up, and then we're done. And I think they'll be all right, even if I have just managed to spin the top sheet round. Well, the bottom sheet actually, because it was the one without the guides on. But they're the right way up, and the gaps are there. That's the important thing. Had I got the actual sheet the wrong way up, I'd have soldered without a gap, but I haven't done that. So I don't think it's as big a mistake as I suddenly had a panic about. But that's where we are. So literally that turned up a few minutes ago. So I've just done that, and I now have a lot more nickel silver rod should I need it. But it does mean we are getting somewhere. We have a beginning of sort of a body that looks like a loco body. I haven't folded the footplate down yet, because it'll make it difficult to sit flat. So the next step will be, well, I don't actually know what I'll do next week. I could carry on with the motion, or I could carry on with the body, or I might do a bit of both. We'll have to see. But if you want to see what I actually choose to do, and I promise I'll tidy up my workbench by the time I film the next video, then the subscribe button should be down here so you don't miss what I'm sure will prove to be an exciting update now I've got all my parts in place. And thanks for watching. Bye.